Tonight on Witness, babies. Babies by the armful. New fertility treatments have the number of multiple births in Canada soaring.
Good evening, I'm Knowlton Nash. Back when the Dion Quintuplets made headlines around the world, a multiple birth was a cause for amazement and celebration. It was as rare as winning the lottery. And then science stepped into the baby-making business, and suddenly the odds of producing a bunch of babies skyrocketed. Just last year alone, more than 100 sets of triplets, quadruplets, and quintuplets were born in Canada. And the vast majority of these were the results of fertility treatments. Tonight, we meet some Canadian couples experiencing the joys and the hardships of hitting the baby jackpot. From filmmakers Maren Cannell and Ted Remorowski, here is Quints and Quads, the new baby boom.
We went and we had our ultrasound done, and the technician started counting. He said 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, we got another sack, 4. So I said, please don't count anymore.
Additions to the 7,764 people of the tightly knit town of Stephenville, Newfoundland, are 4 very noisy and highly demanding newcomers.
Well, everybody here is so friendly, and we're the first ones in Newfoundland actually to have quadruplets. And everybody's so amazed with the babies that they all want to come and lend a hand, if it's either for a bath, a feeding, come in and vacuum my floor, do a load of laundry. Anything helps.
The modest 2-bedroom home of Barb Bennett and Glenn O'Quinn is bursting at the seams with babies.
I didn't actually think about how I was going to deal with 4 of them until I actually got home. And I had a lot of good friends that said they would come in and pitch in and help me with the babies, in which they did. I have a lot of help. First of all, this is Marina McPherson. And this is Yvonne McPherson. I met them through bingo, I guess probably about 6 or 7 years ago. And when they found out I was having quadruplets, I think they were pretty excited. So when I had the babies, they asked if they could come out and lend a hand. And I said, no problem, I need lots of hands. And then they started coming over regularly and giving me a break for a day, or they'll take a baby, they'll come over with the feedings, baths, anything that needs to be done, they're there.
And why do the bingo nannies offer their help?
Because we like babies a lot. We don't got our own. No, only a niece. Nieces, that's all, nephews.
While there might be an abundance of helping hands, money is another matter.
Oh, well, we never got no tons of money. Coleman's Food Center here in town, they donated us milk for a year, Pampers and baby food for a year.
I like to take the 4 of them home.
The Lions Club here in Stephenville donated us a quad stroller, which allows us to get out as a family. So it's time for me and Glenn and the babies to get out on our walk, and gives us a bit of time together.
The quads are now the town celebrities, but they were not created here in Stephenville. Unable to afford the cost of fertility treatments, Barb and Glenn had to leave the rock to find help in making babies.
So I've done a lot of research at the library on the internet, and I found out about a program called cost sharing, which is done at the IVF in Ontario. And it's a program where you donate half your eggs to another couple. In return, they pay for all your costs for your surgery to have the in vitro done.
After 5 weeks of treatments, Barb and Glenn returned to Newfoundland thinking they were going to have twins. They were wrong. It was twins squared for them. Barb was pregnant with quads.
I had this big belly full of babies. I went up to 222 pounds. They used to give me this belt to hold my belly up. My belly was so heavy. I just couldn't even turn over in the bed. Somebody always had to help and hold my stomach to turn it over. It was so, so big, and never any sleep. I'd get probably an hour in the night, an hour in the day. I'm getting more sleep now with the 4 babies than I was when I was pregnant.
Quadruplets, all born 1 minute apart from 12:18 p.m. to 12:21 p.m.
The first baby came out. He was baby A, which was Patrick, and he started to bawl right away. And then the second one, I could hear it keep on saying baby B, baby C, and baby D, and you could hear each one bawling. So as soon as I heard them bawl, I said, oh my God, they're fine, right? That's the nicest thing to hear when you're having a baby, is to hear your baby bawl. And they told me I would not be able to hold on my babies. They would bring them by an incubator, and I would see them before they would go down to the neonatal unit. And when I looked, here was 4 nurses, with each a baby all bundled up in white blankets, and they were all in a line waiting for me to take a baby. So I just held on Patrick first, then it was Ember, then it was Shelby, and then it was Cody. Like, it's such a nice feeling when you see your first baby, but when you have 4 of these little white faces and little red lips, it's wonderful. It's a feeling you could never describe.
The babies born at a remarkable 34 weeks were virtual giants in multiple birth circles. And when they got home, their demands proved equal to their size.
The first month was horrible. It was just no sleep. I was just like a zombie. It was just constantly feed, change, feed. Seemed like you have one feeding in your arms to be one laying on the floor by you and with the bottle propped up. You get 2 of them settled, then another one would be up. Then you finally get the 4th one down, and the first one's waking up to be fed again. So it was just like constant. It was like a merry-go-round, no stop.
Whoa. Try to get him on a schedule is the most you hear. Let's get him on a schedule. Freaking impossible, huh? Hey. No.
Patrick woke up 6 o'clock. And he had a big 6 ounces, but he's hungry again.
Just keeping track of which baby was fed and when becomes a logistical nightmare, especially when what seems like half the town drops in to give a hand.
It would be unmanageable if I didn't have all this help. There's no way. You need to have a certain amount of sleep. I know if I wouldn't have got the help, I would have been in the hospital now. There's no way. You need energy to take care of your babies. But they're really good friends, and I don't know what I would have done without them.
For the moment, the 2 boys and 2 girls share the bedroom without complaints. But that can't last for much longer, or can it?
Witness takes a break for a couple of weeks now. We'll be back on January the 6th. Until then, I'm Knowlton Nash, wishing you all the very best for the holiday season. Good night.